James is taking the Blood Angels, an 1850 Blood Angels army. For his troops choice, he's taking 5 Assault Marines, and then they're taking a Razorback transport, and then another 5 Assault Marines and dedicated transport taking a Land Raider, 2 twin-link laser cannons and a heavy bolter. Heavy support's got a Predator Annihilator. Another troops choice is taking 7 Death Company, 2 power weapons in there, and a Thunder Hammer as well. And then also there's an HQ choice, Clusiarch leading the squad. And they are being transported in the Storm Raven. Weapons, twin-link laser cannon and twin-linked multi-melter. And then they're also carrying Death Company Dreadnought. Second Storm Raven, same upgrades as the first one. Inside that, Furioso Dreadnought with the frag cannon, and then also carrying Assault Terminators with Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. That's his whole army, 1850 points. This is my 1850 Eldar army. Troops choice, I've got 7 Pathfinders. HQ, taking the Eldar Avatar. And then in a Wave Serpent, taking 5 Dire Avengers as troops choice. Another Wave Serpent, taking 10 Striking Scorpions with the outflank roll and with the Scorpion's Claw. Another Wave Serpent, taking 6 Fire Dragons, Fire Pike, Tank Hunters, and with those is Prince Uriel. And then heavy support, 2 Wraith Lords with Bright Lances. And then again, I'm going to be taking, as in the last battle, I've decided to take the Warp Spiders. And for my third heavy support, I'm going to try out these guys, Dark Reapers with Tempest Launcher, Exarch with Crackshot. And that's my Eldar army. Okay, the scenario is the scouring. There's 6 objectives. James's Blood Angels deploying at this end. You can see the deployment zone marked out with a dice there. His line just there, and the middle line here, and then my deployment zone runs across diagonally there. There are 6 objectives. There's an objective just down here, that's worth 1. There's an objective just in the corner of this building, that is worth 3. There's another objective behind that Razorback, that's worth 3. And for the Eldar, there's an objective here on the top of this building, that's worth 4. There's another objective just on the roadway at the top here, that's worth 2. And then a final objective just on this bunker here, that is worth 2 as well. Right, I've deployed my Eldar. 2 Wraith Lords behind this building here. I've deployed the scouts on top of the bridge with the Dark Reapers as well, just overlooking the James's Blood Angels. The Avatar's just down there, and then the rest of the army is in reserve. Dire Avengers are in reserve, Scorpions are flanking, these guys are in reserve, and these guys are deep striking. James has deployed his Land Raider at the back there with the 5 Assault Marines inside. Predator Annihilator at the back, and then a Razorback watching one of the objectives. And then his 2 flyers are in reserve as well. Blood Angel turn 1, James moved his Land Raider up. Just repositioned the Predator, and he's shot up at the bridge. Killed 1 scout and 1 Dark Reaper. Right, Eldar turn 1. Ranger shot at the transport vehicle, that's all they can shoot at. Didn't do anything. And the Dark Reaper's the same, didn't do anything either. Gonna have trouble breaking into his Blood Angel transports over there. We're just waiting for his flyers to arrive now. That's the end of turn 1. Right, it's Blood Angel turn 2, and he rolled 4+ for both of his reserves. So both of those Storm Ravens have come on. First one's flown straight up and landed on the bridge here. It's not landed, but it's hovering over the bridge here. Second one's flying just in front, so my Dark Reapers and Scouts are in big trouble next turn. His other tanks have adjusted and moved. There, the Land Raiders moved across the water. They've all fired, managed to kill another Pathfinder. So Eldar are in big trouble. Right, Eldar turn 2. The Scorpions outflanked and arrived there. And they were looking to hit the transport from the rear, but they rolled miserable and failed to blow it up. So that was a failure on there. I then ran the Scouts away as far as possible from his fly. He's going to get me next turn. Dark Reapers stayed where they were. They were going to fire down at the transport. I managed to pop it with the Wave Serpent, but they failed, so they're doomed. There's James's 2 transports are still sitting there. Managed to hit one of them with one of the Wraith Lords, and he jinked, and the Avatar has fallen back. He's going to hide behind this building. For his movement, James has moved, he's disembarked the Terminators on top of the highway there, and also the Directional, so those Dark Reapers are in big trouble. And then he's moved the Storm Raven down below here. It's in hover mode now, so I've got a chance of reaching it. And might be in a bit of trouble now because he's in hover mode. And I've actually got an Avatar just down here, so we'll have to see what happens on Eldar turn 3. His other flyer has turned, still flying. It's not in hover mode, and it's flown and landed up here, ready for next turn. So he's all over me at the moment. Eldar in trouble. Land Raider's turned and is facing my transport, so the Scorpions are in trouble over there. We'll see if they can survive. He shot and fired at Wraith Lord with the Storm Raven, failed to wound it, so I'm still alive there. This Storm Raven shot at my transport, made a cover save, so I'm still alive. His Land Raider got me on one glancing hit, so I'm still in the game with those. So 3 Terminators just moved up. Directional fired, killed one Dark Reaper, and charged and killed another. And we deliberately fell back. Our weapons are useless for all, so we just ran away. The Eldar Avatar's moved up. He's actually going to assault that fly now because it's in hover mode. Dark Reaper's rallied and jumped off the top and down and survived the fall. With the new rules for jump in 6th edition, now it's left his Furioso Dreadnought and his Terminator stranded on top. They've now got a long walk up the road here, or they can jump down. Scouts were there, they jumped down as well, and have moved to the building here, and the 2 Wraith Lords have moved around to protect them, anticipating an assault from the Death Company inside this flyer. Now over at James's end, Wave Serpent's moved away from the Land Raider and is here, trying to shoot the side out of his Razorback, and then the Warp Spiders landed right on target from deep strike and going to have a shot at the Armour 11 Predator Annihilator. Shooting on turn 3, the Avatar shot the hovering Storm Raven and destroyed the Les Cannon and a hull point.
Yeah, I'm using
and the Wave Serpent fired its weapons. 2 hull points, weapon destroyed, immobilised on the Razorback, and the Warp Spiders arrived and destroyed the Les Cannon on the Predator Annihilator. Eldar turn 3 close combat.
this other guy just holding
The Avatar's charged and the smash attack, destroying the Storm Ravens. The tables have turned now. The Eldar are winning. His first blood claim. One fly down. His units isolated on top here. Alright, Blood Angels turn 4. Terminators have jumped off the top of the building and landed down here. Now they might be able to assault the Avatar. Dreadnought's moved along the road and he should be able to get a melt gun shot at the Wraith Lords here. Now I thought I was protecting my scouts, but we got problems. The Death Company have arrived and are going to be assaulting from behind through the building. This flyer is now in hover mode as well. It's still holding on to the Death Company Dreadnought, which James wants to use later on to protect his objectives back here. His Land Raiders move around, he's going to try and shoot the rear end of my transport, and the Predators move around to engage as well. So we're a bit of a firefight down near James's objectives. Right, Blood Angel shooting. James failed to do any damage to the Warp Spiders and to the transport, so they've survived. Death Company swept through, charged, killed the scouts, killed a Wraith Lord and put a wound on another. Two Wraith Lords managed to kill 2 of the Death Company. That combat will continue into Eldar turn 4, and the Assault Terminators failed to reach the Eldar Avatars. That's end of Blood Angel turn 4, and that's Eldar turn 4 combat. Eldar shooting in combat, the Dar Reapers just fell back behind the objective here. The Avatar moved up and failed to charge into the ongoing combat. The Wraith Lord killed 1 Death Company, so that combat continues. White Dragons came on, deployed, shot, took 2 glancing hits on the Storm Raven, and then the 3rd and final glancing hit came from this transport up above. And his surviving Dreadnought has deployed there, so he's obviously going to try and charge me on his turn. The Wave Serpent transport shot, fired and destroyed the Razorback. James's assault squad is deployed 3 inches out the back here, and then the Warp Spiders jumped from here over and behind the Predator and destroyed it from behind. Rolled a double 1, so lost a Warp Spider and just shifted them in. I think there's going to be a combat there on James's turn 5 as well. So the game's still in the balance, but Eldar have certainly got the upper hand at the moment. Right, Blood Angel movement phase. The Terminators moved up and over the wreck, and they are chasing the Eldar Avatar. His Dreadnoughts moved along the road. Death Company Dreadnought fired its Magna Grapple, Multi-Melter and Stormbolter killed 2 dragons, double 6 morale, busted and ran off the tail, lost the entire unit, which is not good. Land Raiders moved up and round. Next turn hopefully he'll be deploying his troops to claim that objective. And then round here, shot and killed one warp spider with his assault combat squad. Right, Blood Angel assault phase. Terminator's failed to charge the avatar, so he survived. It's 1 kill each, it's another draw in this combat. And then here, James's assault squad charged and killed one. And the warp spiders killed two. So James is fearless, so it's, that melee will continue into the next turn. So that's the end of James's turn 5. So it's Eldar turn 5 coming up now. So we've got 3 key areas on the battlefield. It's fighting over James's objectives. Here, James's vehicles are destroyed. He's got 1 small assault squad left, fighting off these warp spiders, and then the striker scorpions there. And then moving around the battlefield. Another key area is here. 1 empty transport left. James has the Death Company, Dreadnought left there, and then 1 unit of Dire Avengers in this transport. And then down here, this combat with the rifle. Right, Eldar turn 5. The Eldar avatars moved up, charged, and engaged the Death Company. This Wave Serpent jumped over the Dreadnought and shot him from behind, immobilised him. And then moving around the table, Striker Scorpions have moved up and charged into the ongoing combat. This transport with the Dire Avengers inside, the troops, flew off the top of the building here and has landed here ready for turn 6 to drop off the troops and claim that objective. And then the transport that was here, the one that had the Striking Scorpions in it, has moved up just near the underneath the bridge here, ready to try and do some damage to this Dreadnought on top. So no units really holding on to any objectives at the moment. We'll see how each part of this game develops. Right, Striking Scorpions charged in, got 22 hits with the chainswords, 8 wounds, and James is going to roll now for his saves, for his last 3 Assault Marines.
And here we go. For the Emperor. 1, 2, 3. No, they're dead.
3 dead. Wipe out.
Yeah, 4 definitely
Striking
dead.
Scorpions, strike again.
Shut it.
So that's that combat wiped out. That combat's finished. There's no Blood Angel presence now near that objective. Land Raiders still moving up. And then the combat round here. Wraith Lord destroyed with the Thunderhammer again. Avatar charged in, killed 1. So that melee now continues.
1 or 2 games.
And night fighting has been rolled, so night fighting is now on. And we're just going to see if the game continues.
Yes.
It does, we're carrying on. So we're on to Blood Angels turn 6. Alright, James's Terminators have moved up. This is Blood Angel turn 6. I think they're going to move into this combat ongoing here. James's Land Raider has moved round, and he's just deploying the infantry to hold on to that 3-point objective in the corner there. Nothing left on this objective, just burning wrecks of Blood Angel vehicles, swarming with Striking Scorpions and Warp Spiders. Blood Angel turn 6 combat. Terminators charged in. The Avatar managed to kill 2 remaining Death Companies, so that unit's gone. The Reclusiarch left. Terminators charged in and caused 2 wounds. That's a drawn melee, and that one continues. That is about it. Blood Angel shooting was ineffective. Eldar 10-6 shooting the wave surf, moved up from underneath, landed on top, and shot the rear end of the Dreadnought. Got a 6, blew it up, destroyed. The combat's ongoing. This one tried to shoot the rear end of this Dreadnought again, and no damage. And then round here, the striking Scorpions moved up. Transport moved up, shot, and one pistol hit killed 3 of James's Assault Marines, but they held their morale. They're still holding that objective. And then round here, the Warp Spiders, who count as scoring units in this scenario, are just sitting on the objective, just inside, just at the front of that tank, hidden there, so they'll be claiming that at the end of the game. Just the Blood Angel combat here. Avatar was killed. He killed 1 Terminator in return. That combat is resolved, and the Reclusiarch and the Terminators are free to move off.